and done. Okay, all brain question. No work to do. All right, passes through the point 3 negative or negative 3 1 and parallel to this. Whenever you see the words parallel or perpendicular, that is giving you information about the slope. So it's parallel to that line. So I need to find the slope of that line. To find the slope of an equation, you solve it for y, just like you did today on your assessment. So I solve it for y. Subtract the x. Divide everything by 3. And y is a negative 1/3 x plus 3. I am doing that fill in the blank. The slope of this line is negative 1/3. My line is parallel to it, which means the line I'm looking for has the same slope. So the slope of my line, also negative 1/3. And now I'm going to get my b. So I'm going to use that xy again and my m and fill it in. So y, which is 1, equals m, which is negative 1/3, x, which is negative 3, plus b. So 1 equals 1 plus b. Subtract 1 and b is 0. If you wrote plus or minus 0, I really wouldn't care. I wouldn't mark it wrong. But really, we just have that. Y equals negative 1/3 x. A question on that one? Good luck. Well, not you, Caleb, but they have the big spelling bee right now. They're going to go head to head here, so I had to wish Drew good luck, but not Caleb. Sorry. I'm kidding. I'm a good sport. I'll wish him good luck too. Deep down somewhere. Okay, next question. Same y-intercept as 4y equals 3x plus 12, perpendicular to 4x minus 5y equals 6. No indication that we have a special line. So I'm going to do a fill in the blank. Okay, I'm going to do the perpendicular part first. It really doesn't matter, but perpendicular always tells you information about the slope. Perpendicular parallel. So to find the slope of that line, I'm going to solve it for y. So subtract the 4x and divide by negative 5. So I get positive 4/5 x minus 6/5. This is the number that's important to us from this equation. This line right here that I just solved has a slope of 4/5. The line I'm looking for is perpendicular to this line, which means that the slope of my line is negative 5/4. I'm going to flip it and change the sign. This is all really good geometry kind of things because this is like how you have to think in geometry all year long. I mean, because nothing is very straightforward. It's always thinking of all the stuff you know. Okay? The next one. Same y-intercept as 4y equals 3x plus 12. So I got to find the y-intercept of that line. I have two ways I can find the y-intercept. Think for a second. What are the two ways I can do? How can I find the y-intercept of 4y equals 3x plus 12? Two different ways. Oh, come on. Hallie.
Make the x 0.
Make the x 0. There's one way. What did you just do on your assessment to find M and B? Yeah. Divide by 4. Solve for the y. Okay, so either way. Okay? So that's what I mean. There's two different ways I can find that y-intercept from that equation. I can plug 0 for x, or I can divide the equation by 4 to get y alone, because that always tells us M and B. Okay, so either way, I'll just divide by 4. That way I can just do one little step here. So I'm going to have y equals 3/4 x plus 3. And actually you can plug 0 in there very easily too. This time, I want that number. This equation has a y-intercept of +3. The one I'm looking for has the same y-intercept. We're talking like 3 different lines in this picture. So +3. So -5/4 x plus 3 is my final answer. So we have 3 different equations going on. One that it shares a y-intercept with, one that it's perpendicular to. And then the line I'm looking for. Okay, so a couple different ways to get your y-intercept there. It doesn't matter which one you use. Whatever comes to your mind first. Is that my last one? Yeah. Okay, y-intercept of -12 contains the points 4, 5. So no indication that we're working with the special line here. So I know I'm going to fill in the blank. My b is -12. They give me that. Contains the point 4, -5. I have to find m from this. I can do this 2 ways. One is I could make this an ordered pair of 0 and -12, and then I could use my slope formula. Or I could use the y equals mx plus b, which I'm going to show you that one, okay? Because I can use it a different way than I've used it. This time, I have an x and a y and a b, but I'm missing the m.